Laguna Park 2 is set on a hillside between Las Americas and Costa Adeje. These offer great views of the resort and the sea. These apartments are a 2-star rating which boast great value for money, offer a relaxed atmosphere along with offering a spacious pool area. So with so many bad TripAdvisor reviews, we wondered if Laguna Park 2 really is that bad, or if people just moan about the slightest thing. Well, we stayed here for a week in June 2022 to find out exactly for ourselves. So this is our story.
So guys, welcome back. This is Claire.
This is Chris.
So welcome back to the channel, guys. We're going to be talking about our trip to Tenerife and the Laguna Park 2 back in the beginning of June.
So if you're watching this now, you are potentially booked to go. School holidays are just about to start. They're just around the corner. So you're obviously reading reviews like we did just before we went. We were really worried reading reviews. We were potentially going to cancel at one point. Reviews do kind of put you off what you want to do. Reviews do put you off when you're reading other people's experiences and you're not sure what to expect. So we're kind of, from our point of view, our experience, and we just want to kind of share with you guys whether it puts your minds at rest, whether you still decide to go ahead with it or not. It's entirely up to you, but at least you've got kind of a bit of an insight into what we kind of experienced.
So we'll go through location, we'll go through arrival and reception and check-in, we'll go through our rooms, the pool, the restaurants, the entertainment area, food, the cleanliness of the place, shops in the area, kind of location, and an overall synopsis of our stay at the Laguna Park 2. So let's go. First, we'll start at the location of the Laguna Park 2. Location is, where should we start? Up at the...
I mean, that's one of the things, the location. You read on reviews, it's a cardiac hill. For anybody who may have mobility issues or has a pram.
We had a pram with that.
We had a pram, yeah. You kind of start thinking of... Now, we originally booked Tenerife. We usually go to Gran Canaria.
Yeah.
Gran Canaria is very, very hilly. We thought we'd go to Tenerife. It's usually flat. We suddenly read Cardiac Hill. We thought we should have just gone to Gran Canaria.
Gran Canaria, yeah.
The hill, going up, it is a hill.
Yeah.
Not going to lie, it is a hill. But it's not to the extent of what we kind of thought it was going to be.
Well, actually, to be fair, I was the one that didn't think it was going to be that bad, but I actually changed my mind once I was there. Now Claire's done the role reversal, what I've done. Claire said she didn't think it was too bad. I did think it was a lot worse than what it was going to be. Going down from the hotel is absolutely fine. That's like anyone. Personally, I think, I mean, it's only up from the bottom of the motorway up to the hotel itself, where the hotel is. That's kind of fine. Down to the resort, down to Costa Adeje, that's absolutely fine. It's just kind of up from the motorway, and we'll get onto the motorway in a minute. It is fairly steep. Now, I think from the top of my mind, I only did it once. Oh no, I did it once. I've done it twice. I did. So yeah, locations. It's in a great resort. Costa Adeje is brilliant. It's got absolutely everything. The beaches, the bars. The bars have deals in there. 3-course meals, cheap pints.
3-course meals. We did get caught out on the first night. 3-course meal.
Yeah.
I think we were looking for the deals. It was
I think it was 10.95 euros.
10.95. Now we did. What was it?
So what it was the €150 pint. We didn't read the small print on at the front of the restaurant with the billboards and the menus and everything. After 6 o'clock, the price goes up for the pint. So just bear that in mind, guys. If you are on a budget and you are visiting the restaurants with the 3-course meals, trying to keep the money down, just bear in mind, keep an eye on the billboards and the kind of small print, because they'll have the billboards out there promoting €150 a pint, but after 6 o'clock, say for instance, they'll go up to €253 a pint.
And you don't notice it because you just see the big sign.
You're already in.
€1
and you've
pint
already
or
ordered.
€150 pint.
Yeah.
But also as well, we did get caught out because you asked for a portion of chips, which was extra on top of the 3-course meal. And what he did bring out was different foods. He obviously didn't understand garlic bread, so you ended up getting. He obviously didn't understand ordering chips, so he bought out 2 lots of garlic bread. Was it garlic bread on the first night?
So yeah.
So we ended up getting quite a few extra things that. It was just a portion of chips that we'd ordered extra. So just if you are kind of adding other things into your meals, just kind of beware with that as well, the mixed communication.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's kind of everywhere you go, isn't it?
Yeah.
But the resort itself, Costa Adeje, overall rated brilliant. It is stunning. Some brilliant beaches: La Pinta Beach, Fenabi Beach, however you want to pronounce it. Torviscus, and then you can walk. You're literally a 10-minute walk into Las Americas, and then further down another 15 minutes or so you're into Las Cristianas.
Well,
so a bit further than that, yeah. So yeah, it's a great location,
especially if you don't like the hustle and bustle that Las Americas does bring. It's known for. It's further up, out the way, but it's got everything.
It's got everything, yeah.
You need
the entertainment and everything, yeah. So location, the hotel itself, not so great, but I've stayed in worse. Like I said, we visit Gran Canaria quite a lot. It's quite close to our hearts, Gran Canaria, isn't it? That's where our honeymoon was, and our first anniversary. So we try and get to Gran Canaria. And obviously with Gran Canaria, it's quite hilly where we go in Puerto Rico. This is why we thought we'd try Tenerife. So with that in mind, Laguna Park 2, an okay location. It's in a great resort, but the location itself, at the top of a steep bank, could be better, but taxis are
€3
between €3 and €5,
Yeah.
depends where you are in the resort back.
I mean, we went on a budget as well,
Yeah.
and it was never an issue getting a taxi, spending the money on the taxi, because it was cheap enough every time. Kind of wherever we were, it always seemed to be between €3 and €5. Even if we were in Las Americas, the top end.
I think top end.
It was.
I think it was nearly 6.
It was about 5 or 6.
Yeah, nearly €6. So it's kind of nothing really, to be fair. So, there is a bus that a free shuttle service that leaves kind of just round the corner from Laguna Park 2. That takes you down to the beach. Claire's a bit of a stickler for buses and public transport.
To be on holiday, I want to be out and about. I don't want to be sat on public transport.
But if we could have potentially used the bus back, so if you kind of...
Yeah, we just didn't know where the location was that it got split up.
Because obviously we never went down the hill.
But we did, it has got that information on the reception. We did notice that on. So if you want to kind of go with that bus, then you can get all that detail there.
And that's free as well. So look, getting down to the resort, if you don't want to walk down the hill or come back up, taxi or that free shuttle service that the hotel put on. So location, there you go. So upon arrival, we were a bit worried how grumpy the receptionist was going to be. But smooth. The guy was really chatty.
Yeah.
As chatty as he could have been. His English was broken, but it was good enough to have a conversation with.
He interacted with Archie as well, who's our 2-year-old.
Yeah.
He was kind of making jokes with him, jokes with you, wasn't he? He was spot on.
Yeah.
We couldn't have asked for anything more, really. He was helpful where our room was.
Our room.
So, obviously, you hear all the horror stories about the room, dirtiness, it just filled with cockroaches, ants, dirty bed sheets, whatever it is that you've read. That is obviously, we kind of use our rooms as a base. So, we're not fussed. As long as you've got a bed, as long as it's livable for the week, it's a base to us. You don't go in there to sit and, well, we don't go in there to sit and watch TV or spend the week in there. We use it as a base. Upon entering, you've got like the narrow alleyways with either side has got apartments.
Take a look at the photos on here, guys. We'll put up now.
So you've got the narrow alleyways, which each apartment has got steps going up. As it goes further down, you do have a bit of an incline going up. The stairs do get steeper to get up into each apartment, don't they?
Yeah.
We were kind of right at the front, so we only had a couple of stairs to go up. The balcony was the first thing we saw. It was clean and it was quite big. It's a fair size for what we need. There was only 3 of us. We only had a 1-bedroom apartment, but the balcony, it came with table and chairs, your standard clothes dryer, but it was an absolute fair size. The only thing we were missing was a view.
A view, yeah. So
we looked out onto the next row of apartments.
Yeah, the back of the next row of apartments.
We had a bit of a mountain view to the right of us.
Yeah.
But that was kind of it. But again, we weren't too fussed about this one. It was sitting on a balcony for us wasn't really something we were looking at doing this time.
We didn't really do much of that until later on on the evening, potentially when Archie was asleep. But the room going in, straight away you've got your patio doors, you open up and it's just spacious. You've got a spacious living room which is backed on with a kitchen at the back. It's fully equipped for everything you need. It was clean straight away. That was the first thing we noticed, how clean it was. You've got your sofa bed, you've got your TV, you've got kitchenette
at the back.
Yeah, which one of the reasons again why we went for the Laguna Park too, because it actually had an oven.
That we didn't use.
That we didn't actually end up using, because the resort itself had so many cheap deals out there in the restaurant, so it was we didn't actually end up using the oven. But that, if you guys are looking for a cheap deal with a self-catering option, you're always looking for an oven, and this one had an oven. So it, like you say, we walked in there, it was clean, it was tidy, it smelt fresh, it didn't look dirty.
It had everything equipped that we needed as well. If we were going to cook, there was saucepans, pots and pans, you had all your cutlery. It had absolutely everything. And again, everything for us in our room was clean. There was no sign of any ants the whole time. There was, I think we saw one cockroach.
No, so two.
Okay.
Because I spotted one, but
I mean, you didn't realise they flew.
No, I didn't realise they flew.
The second one was on the balcony one night.
I wasn't really fussed about cockroaches until I knew they flew. But yeah, no cockroaches in our room. I think we saw 2 on our visit. Even across the hotel location, I don't think I noticed any. No. Which again, the TripAdvisor reviews were saying it was full of cockroaches and ants. Didn't see any of that, guys. Really
Not
didn't.
At all. Like I said, we're here to give you a total honest opinion of our experience.
Which you've probably noticed on some of our other blogs. We've visited hotels that have had really bad ratings from TripAdvisor. And they've actually been okay, so if it's bad, we'll tell you.
Yeah. We had a toilet which came with a bath. The bath was quite deep. You've got your toilet and you've got
a bidet, which Archie Absolutely love.
Everything in there, fully equipped. It was spacious enough. You had a window. So then you move on to the bedroom.
Oh,
Well, we had a 1-bedroom apartment. It's your typical holiday abroad with your apartment. You've got your 2 single beds
Pushed
put together.
Yeah.
Remember there being
A gap.
a gap in the middle because we ended up having Archie in with us. So there was enough space for Archie to have the single bed, and we had enough space in the other side. Now, you do only have a ceiling fan in the bedroom.
Yeah,
there isn't a
no
ceiling fan anywhere else or any aircon.
Yeah.
Um,
Bit of noise, like early part of the morning from people.
I think there was like 2 nights.
2 nights was it? But apart from them 2 nights, wasn't overly massive. The only thing I will say, you mentioned about the balcony. Claire was a bit worried. I know a lot of the Canary Islands, you get stray cats, and they do have stray cats on site. And you were a bit worried about some of the stray cats coming in through the balcony. So, but just bear that in mind as well, guys.
The cleaner came in 5 times a week. The cleaners were nice, friendly. She was very smiley. She was interacting with Archie. Obviously, this is something it's completely up to you guys whether you do this or not. We didn't hire a safe. Now, every time we came back, if there was anything that had been left on the side, whether it be money, a wallet, phones, iPads, whatever it was still there. Nothing had been taken. So overall, the room, perfect.
People pay this money, expect 5-star. You're paying for what you get. A 2-star hotel, what we paid for, cheap getaway. So we'll move on to the next location of the hotel was the pool. I'd seen photos of the pool when we were there and it looked pretty cool. Now I love my water, acting like a kid. I love my slides, my flumes, everyone knows that.
I just want the sunbed.
Yeah, I just want the sun. So the pool looked, before we went, brilliant. The size was brilliant.
What I will say quickly is the photos, what you see is what you get.
Yeah.
So there's no turning up and then expecting it to look any different on the photos. It is what you see. It's a brilliant size. It meanders through kind of underneath the restaurant, which I thought was really cool. Pool area, walkways, sunbeds.
Yeah, the sunbed areas. There was a few tiles that were obviously different colours and whatever, and there was a few that were a bit dodgy. But it was nothing major at all. Again, you're paying for a 2-star price. But overall, when we got there, I was very impressed in the pool. But I don't get cold very easily. But what I will say about the pool is because the location where you are, you're quite high up. I wouldn't say high up in the hills, but you're at the back of the resort where the base of the hill is. It could be quite windy. The pool isn't heated, and when you do get out the pool, it can be quite chilly.
There was always people in the pool.
Yeah, it didn't stop people. I still went in it. I think the problem is because you're at the base of the mountain, you get the back end of the clouds potentially coming over from the mountains. Because the pool wasn't heated, there was a bit of a chill when I got out. The pool itself, quite deep as well. It meandered right the way around. It had shallow parts, it had deep parts. I like the deep parts because I like jumping in. The pool was good, but it would have been better if it had been a little bit heated. But I think it definitely needs heated. There's a bit of a chill there when the wind comes across. And
for an unheated pool, getting out with the wind. But overall, it was nice watching everybody having fun.
Yeah.
Just too cold for me.
But that was just the one stickler that we did have about the pool.
There is, just off the pool area as well, if you've got any children, there is a play area, which we do have to...
kind of tell you how it is. Yeah.
I wouldn't recommend taking your kids in. It's a bit rickety-rackety.
Yeah, it's very dated, needs a paint job, needs looking after.
I was surprised he didn't come out filled with splinters. It's very, very poor.
Yeah.
And it needs a lot of TLC.
To be honest.
I wouldn't recommend, and I'm sure you wouldn't
Yeah.
recommend.
Yeah.
It takes us to the restaurant.
So the restaurant, brilliant location. So you can go above the
It's
pool.
elevated.
Some great views over, kind of over the resort as well. You can see kind of the beach, sunsets.
Spacious. Plenty of seats.
Food.
We did upgrade.
Yes, we did. Yeah.
Because we were originally self-catering, and we wanted to kind of be able to give you all a full experience, a full range of things. So we did upgrade to all-inclusive for the last 3 days.
€23 for me and Claire each per day. So I think it came to, for 3 days, it came to €96 worth, which I thought was a brilliant price. The food isn't.
Breakfast
Was nice.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Absolutely perfect. It had everything that you could ask for, and it's tasty. I do like going away and being a piggy, so having a full English every morning, it's nice. So it was nice to kind of have the all-inclusive option and have just as good a breakfast as what you would pay out and about. No issues. There was always fresh food. You had your pastries as well, your cereals, your tea, your coffee, your hot chocolate. The only tea, they catered for quite a lot of different options.
Yeah.
Lunch, we ate in the restaurant.
Yeah.
A couple of times.
It was all right.
There's not a lot of choice.
Yeah.
With what you've got in there. It didn't really cater much for the children, which it would have been nice to have had a few chicken nuggets or maybe a pizza or something like that. Well, they had themed nights and themed lunches.
We missed the barbecue one.
Mexican. I mean, the food is edible.
Yeah. It's not poor.
It may be an issue if you're a fussy eater, like Chris.
Yeah, I am.
He's a fussy. I actually worried about what he would eat, but he did find stuff to eat.
Yeah, I found it okay. Yeah, once I found something to eat, I would just go back and get that again.
And it was the same for tea as well.
Yeah.
In the restaurant, it was
not great choice.
Yeah,
but it was okay.
But again, it's a 2-star.
Yeah.
So you're not paying 5-star prices, and it's limited. You get your chips, you get your range of meat.
It was just the choice. If you're a fussy eater like me, that the choice wasn't great, and there wasn't great options for the kids.
The staff in there as well.
Yeah.
They were absolutely lovely. Really helpful, chatty, friendly. If you took time for them, they took time for you.
Yeah.
There
Took interest in that, she.
Yeah, there was, and they were always very attentive to cleaning the tables.
Always coming over, taking them,
Yeah.
checking if the plates were empty, if
Yeah.
they could take them. So yes,
So there was also a pool bar downstairs around the pool, which had food.
it did have burgers.
Yeah,
Weren't great, to be honest. I'll be honest there.
Yeah.
I'm a big burger lover. I'll eat burgers all day, every day. But yeah, I think there was only
you
hot
get
dogs.
your chips,
You had hot dogs, chips, and burgers.
salad,
And salad.
cheese and ham.
And cheese and ham. I think that was the choice every day. I could be
Yeah.
wrong, but I think that was the same choice every day.
I did find the pool bar service to be a bit slow. If you're all inclusive as well, you can only get 2 drinks at one time.
They've got the selections of ice creams.
The alcohol is not watered down either. So all in all, based on the fact that we spent €23 per person per day for the last 3 days, we definitely got our money's worth in food.
Yeah.
It was okay. I would recommend it
If you're on a budget.
if you're on a budget.
Yeah.
And you aren't the most fussiest person in the world.
Obviously the location where it is, you've not got many shops.
There's no supermarket on site, is there?
Yeah, that's the one thing that I think this hotel would really benefit from.
Like, there used to be a supermarket there. The windows were all boarded up. There was a few mornings we ran out of sugar or coffee.
Yeah, so I obviously, where it is, you've got to contend with the hill. to go down to. Now, what I will say is the supermarket that is near the hotel, that's down at the bottom of the hill and just around the corner by Aqualand, right next to Aqualand. Now, I know people don't rave about Aqualand and prefer Scion Park in Tenerife, but we will do another vlog on Aqualand in another video. Keep an eye out for that, guys. I'll put the link down below for you. But Aqualand,
I've done both with kids, Aqualand and Scion Park, and I would recommend massively Aqualand if you've got kids of all ages. You went on slides, you enjoyed it.
Yeah, have a look at that vlog, guys. Aqualand's definitely worth a shout because you've got your less queue times, you're less busier as well. So have a look at that vlog, guys. We'll put the link down below. But going back to the supermarket that was nearby, it was actually an overseas
Iceland.
an overseas supermarket which sold Iceland products in there. So that's literally just at the back or the bottom of the hill, round the corner by Aqualand, and they did everything that Iceland did. They're not Iceland prices though, just be aware, guys. They're not majorly expensive. The location, the shops where you need it to be. If you needed something there, then you've got that hill to contend with. Overall, again, going from the TripAdvisor reviews, would we go again?
The only thing I have said that has stopped me at this moment of booking it is because of the pool.
Because of the pool.
How cold it is. I would like to have a bit of a warmer, you get out the pool and not have to be so cold. Because we'll have the other two children which are older looking at returning again.
We'll put a few links down below, guys, for you to take a look at, and Jet 2 options as well for you guys. But overall,
would return.
Would return
in a heartbeat. Absolutely no problem. Entertainment at Laguna Park, that's got quite a bit of stick. I don't understand where people have got this from. He does speak in a range of different languages, and he also speaks English. The entertainment isn't brilliant.
But again, I'll revert back to you're paying for 2-star price.
But Archie was bopping away on the stage on a night. He absolutely loved it. You had your standard parrot shows, your standard snake shows. We did a quiz, a music quiz. So it's not filled with a full package of entertainment. Once that's finished, there's a couple of hours. Once it's finished, you're kind of left to sit there to fend for yourself, really, aren't you?
Yeah. If you're all inclusive, you can pour your own pints, spirits, or other things from the guys from behind the bar. But they were fairly quick. There's no entertainment in the pool area. There's no animation. There's no animation team for the kids down in the pool area. So just bear that in mind, guys. But
overall, though, we would go back. We would return, and we wouldn't give it a second thought to book.
If you want a cheap deal, guys, if you want a cheap getaway, if you want a quick getaway, get yourself to Laguna Park too. It's not as bad as they say on the TripAdvisor reviews. Definitely not.
People find the most silliest thing to go on holiday. Enjoy yourselves.
Yeah.
Make your holiday what it is.
Absolutely. But we're firm believers of that, guys. So if you've liked the video, give us a thumbs up, guys. It always helps. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit that notification bell on the side there. That will notify you of any new upload videos that we do. And we look forward to seeing you very, very soon, guys.
If you book to go to Laguna Park and you've got any other questions, don't hesitate to comment below
and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. So yeah, we'll put links down below, guys. Any comments down below, let us know. We'll get back to you. And we'll see you very soon.
Have an amazing time at Laguna Park too.
Yeah. This is Claire.
This is Chris.
We are Travel with the Years.
Bye.
Bye.